Take a look in there. Layers of sausage and that gravy. The peas over the top, encased in all that hot water crust pastry. Phenomenal. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we're doing pie and peas. Nothing better than pie and peas. Mushy peas and pie, they go together. Whoa, we're changing it. We are making a mushy pea and sausage pie. That's right, we're putting the sausages in a pie with the mushy peas in a hot water crust pastry, the same type of pastry you would find for a pork pie. Simple recipe. Starts with some sausages of choice. These are Cumberland. I want some oil in there. Now this is going in the oven. I'm going to oven cook these sausages so I don't have to mess around. It's a hands-off job today because we're going to make the hot water crust pastry. So I'm just going to bung that straight in the oven. It'll take about 20 minutes and all we'll do is we'll turn them over. We want the oven on and it's going on for about 180 and that's it. Okay, that's our sausages. Let's have those out of there. Fabulous. There's our sausages cooked. Now all we're going to do is stick them to one side whilst we make our hot water crust pastry. We actually want them to cool down. We're going to slice them. So let's put them up there. Okay, hot water crust pastry. It's exactly what it says it is. That is flour in there, plain flour, all-purpose flour in there with some salt. One side. Pan on. In this pan I have my fats and water. Flame on. Now hot water crust pastry is exactly what it says. Hot water. It doesn't have to be boiling. We just have to have our fats melted in to the water. It really is one of the simplest pastries to make ever. People get so scared of it, you know. Hot water, hot fats. It is not hard. So it's a nice steady dissolve in. When it's all dissolved, you don't boil it, you know. Just heat it up so it melts in there. But when it's all dissolved, we tip it straight on that flour. I'll just give that a little mixing, get that salt in there. That's it. Make a well in there. Chuck that in there. Well, don't chuck it in. It's hot fats, don't forget, and water. In it goes. And then just bring it all in. Just don't put your hand in. Not yet. So up to now, I ain't even got my hands in on this pastry. I've done it all using this wooden spoon. But we're going to have to get our hands in. Nice and steady, just in case there's any hot bits left in there from the hot water. You know, this thing is actually hot. So just be careful. Work your pastry in together. The idea of the hot water pastry is to actually get it into the flour. So if it cools down too much, you'll have a heck of a job trying to work it. So that is our pastry. And it is very, very hot. Now we're going to do a pie. We want a top and a bottom. Okay, so that's going to be for the top. And that, a bit more maybe. That's going to be for the bottom and the sides. We are going to let it cool down a little minute here, then we're going to wrap it, let it cool down so it's a bit more manageable to use. Now today's recipe, instead of making mushy peas, but it is on the channel if you want to go make your own, we're using the world famous brand Bachelor's mushy peas. So there you go, chip shop style mushy peas. That's what we're using. Open the can, stir it around in a bowl and chuck it in our pie. Come on, simplicity. Okay, we're going to make up a gravy. I've decided, chop some onions, get them in a pan with some oil and start sauteing them down. When you've got your onions with some colour on, in with a spoonful of flour, cook that in there. Cook out the rawness of the flour with the onions. And then we're going to go in with some gravy. Now this is powdered gravy mixed with hot water. And then all you do is just cook that in there till we get a thick gravy. That's what we're aiming for. That will do, that's flame off. That is what we're after, a thick gloopy paste like that to go inside the pie. Put that to cool down. Okay, the next job for us is slice those sausages. We want to be getting those sliced up. So it's nice and straightforward. Come on, some sliced sausages. Okay, today I'm using an 8-inch tin and I've just lined it out. I've just quickly cut it, some parchment paper and stuck it in there. On here, a bit of flour. We want to roll out our dough to fit that and up the sides. So you remember just now, this is still very warm, but it doesn't matter. We can still work it for this. But just treat it with a little bit of care as you're rolling, and you'll be able to roll it fine. And it shouldn't split. If it splits, the good thing with hot water pastry, you patch it back up. That's the beauty about hot water crust pastry. That should fit that. Get that in there. Work it in. Now it's very pliable, this, because it's still quite warm. But you know, we don't have to wait for it to go clap cold to start using it to make a pie. Just get it in there. And like that bit there, if you've got a bit of an overhang like that there, stick it on. It doesn't matter. Okay, sausage in there, all the way to the bottom. Now you can make a really neat job out of it if you wanted. You can layer it all the way up, but it doesn't really matter. We're making a pie. Now we're going to take that gravy paste we've just made, and that is going on there. Now don't worry about this paste. This paste is going to loosen up inside here, and it's going to be gravy. Our mushy peas in there. We want a lid. take your pie, do that, do that. You can see where the inside of that lid is now. Grab a knife and come just about 1.5 centimetres the other side of that. And that is our lid. So take your pie, take your lid, shove that inside there, plop it down like that, and you can see where we marked it, it fits inside perfectly. That's nice and steady. And then all we're going to do is fold over our pastry. Now it doesn't matter how you fold it over, just squash it all under. If you've got too much pastry like that, whip a bit off. Don't worry about it, you know, let's not get stressed. All we're going to do is squash up a rim. We're just going to fold it over like that, look. We're going to put a big thick crust on the top. Fabulous. So just fold it over. It doesn't have to be neat. See, this is where everybody messes around. Just get it on there. Fold it over. Okay, so we've got this unruly mess on the top of here. Okay, so everybody's panicking. 2 fingers, 1 finger. Come on. Now, we want a vent hole in the top of there. You can do it any which way you want. You can just get a knife if you so wish. I'm going to take one of these things. Any which one, it doesn't matter. You know, it's a nozzle. And we're going to do that. I'm going to chuck it underneath. We're not even taking it out. Egg wash your pie. Now, when you egg wash the pie, even though we're using a springform tin, try not to get lots of egg wash down the side of there. Okay? It's all about colouring up the top really, and a little bit on here. Because with the fats that are actually in the pastry, when this cooks, this is all going to sort of like melt together. That's why you don't make a big deal out of putting an edge on a hot water crust pastry. So this is going to be a bit like a pork pie, but it's full of sausages and peas. Never been done on the internet before, so there's a new one. Fabulous. This is what cooking's all about. Fun. Make it up as you go along. We're going to be getting the oven on. So we're going to go for 170. You take yourself a tray and you put that fantastic looking pie on there and you shove it in there for 30 minutes. That's us, out it comes. Look at that. Pie out of the oven, it looks absolutely fabulous. There's no two ways about that. Of course it does. We know what's on the outside. The pastry looks fabulous. Got a nice crust on there. What we got to do now is we got to let it cool down. It's got to have to cool down for a good few minutes or so before we can take this off and cut into it. Come on, all we got to do is crack on and open this up, and hopefully it should pop. Stuck there, look. Round there with a bit of the old knife. Come on, let's have that off there. Now, is that a good looking pie or what? Look at that thing. Well, come on, in we go. Gotta come in here. Oh, crumbly, crumbly, fantastic pastry. Oh, look in there. Look at that. That is absolutely flipping awesome. Come on, we're in on this. Lovely pastry. We got the peas in there, look. We got the sausage. Oh, come on. Oh, incredible. Come on, a bit of brown. Oh, pie and peas and brown sauce. For all those people who don't know what brown is or brown sauce, this one's HP. You can use Daddy's, anything like that. Oh, come on. We're in. We're going to destroy the pie. Oh, take a look in there. Layers of sausage and that gravy. The peas over the top, encased in all that hot water crust pastry. Phenomenal. So if you like what we're doing, don't forget, share with your friends. Tell them all about mushy pea and sausage pie. It's phenomenal. World class comfort food. Especially if you're from the north of England and you love your mushy peas. Whoa, delicious. If you like what we're doing, big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. Catch you in the next video.